Welcome back to another video of our journey or our experience with Mythic Plus keys. The next one I did was a Warcraft Manor 8. I think it was my first 8 ever. I still believe it's my key that we're doing this. But yeah, so hopping into this was a solid group if I'm not mistaken. But we'll have a look and see if there was any mistakes we can talk about. Cleared out boss 1 without any problems or any issues. Pretty smooth run so far, hunky-dory. And on to the next one. Smooth sailing until the next boss even, so nothing really to talk about. No deaths so far, having 2 affixes. By the way, weekly reset happened to me today, so looking forward to seeing the new affixes. And the highest I got in real time was 15, so let's see. Hopefully our vault is going to be good later. We'll have a look. It seems like the next boss also was hunky-dory, no issues here. Like I said before, Warcraft Manor is a very, very fun dungeon. It is not as punishing as others, but it might just be because I know what to do and how to play my role a little bit better. But you can see in the healing aspects that I'm 3rd at the moment, below a paladin and below the tank, which is kind of crazy, right? So just kill the next boss here, no deaths still, crazy, crazy. The one thing I need to mention is that it feels like the meta has changed quite a bit, because when I played the game in BFA, there was no way the tank would out-heal the healer. The only one that could was a Druid, and they were not that great tanks because they had to face tank to keep aggro, where warriors didn't have to face tank, or demon hunters. They didn't have to face tank, so. And now it seems like tanks is always face tanking, it seems like, because their damage is decently high. They can heal themselves more than the healer can. It's kind of crazy, the meta that enveloped in the past. I don't know how long from BFA until now. But we'll get obviously deeper into it and see how it's gonna be. So unfortunately, after killing the boss, we still have no death, but we missed percentage. You can see there enemy forces. We're still missing 4%, and obviously we get that done in the next pull. We just ran up and killed some ads here and got 2% extra, and boom. We got a plus 37 there, 680 score in total. Warcraft Manor 8. I think it's the highest key I've done so far. You can see the vault upgraded, so I'm looking forward to seeing the vault when I get online. Let's hop into the next one. Next key that we're doing is Blackrook Hold 9. So far no death on the first boss. And I think it also went pretty smooth because like I learned my character a little bit better. But I changed a lot of stuff since this video. Trust me, you guys will see a lot of add-ons coming up, a lot of like helpers, additional stuff, which is kind of needed to do higher keys. Unfortunately, you have to keep track of a lot of stuff. So especially your own cooldowns. So my whole taskbar in the middle, like you can see where my cost bar is, where my mana is, where my cost bar, you see that? That is where a lot of my cooldowns will be displayed, because the cast bar is just there to help a little bit. It's not going to help that much. So we'll see how it goes, but yeah. So over here, it seems like we had a few deaths. We'll have a look and see what happened. That is someone standing in something or not moving. I think this guy that I moved from the arrows, I'm not too sure. It seems like a lot of damage is going off. So we have 1 death so far. I don't want to B-res someone on ads. So the guy just has to run back. So already have 1 death. I think I saw 2 deaths on this pool. So maybe it's close that we get the 2nd death. It has to be close. Maybe on this pool, then it happens. Let's have a look here. Yeah, there it happens. So on this pool, we have another death. We overpulled a little bit, not too sure. I don't have that many heals up, but I think that is way too much damage for me to heal anyway. So you do get the frontal message from the ads. When they do damage to you, you get a frontal message from a GTFO. that you are taking damage right now and you have to move. So if you hear that noise, you just have to move. That's it. I think you just didn't move in time. So we had a few close calls over here, had to use cooldowns, quite a few defenses, but you can see I don't track any of my cooldowns yet, and that's a big problem here because I don't know how to min-max the amount that I'm healing, which is not a good thing, right? For me to become a good healer, I need to have my cooldowns up so I can actually see what I could press right now, instead of trying to use a global cooldown of an ability that's maybe not even on cooldown. So it could be a problem, but we are working on that, obviously. I've done it now. So yeah, few close calls, but no one died. We unfortunately have another death here. Not too sure what it is. It might be... these guys track one person that they will attack with the eyes. You can see the eyes is on someone there, and I think they just died from that, because I healed, but no healing went up, unfortunately. So I did use a B-res because I feel like we kind of need our biggest damage here, because these ads is not a joke. So, but yeah, then we killed it pretty easily. So fortunately, we had a kill or another death over here on the boss itself. It might be because someone just didn't move. I'm not too sure. One shot. It's a tank that has to tank that. People need to know this. It almost always charges the healer. I think it charges the second in aggro. And then as a tank, you need to go stand in front of the arrow. Because if you don't, there's a big fat chance your healer will get one-shotted. So unfortunately, the DPS thought he can do it. I don't know if I should be res here. Because there's a whole boss still after this. Yeah, I shouldn't be res this. It doesn't make sense. But yeah, that was another mistake there, I would say. So again, trying to get some damage in here. Circles on top of our whole group here, and you can see the tank insta-died. So now the monk is healing, tanking. I'm trying to get damage up. You see, the problem is now I don't have a B-res for a tank, and yeah, it's just a bad time. So what I'm doing is, like, I have all the aggro now, and if I use my speed here, I can get back so that the tank can pull aggro again, so that the ads do not reset. It's very important that we keep the ads in combat. If I died there, they would go to full HP, so that could have been handled better if I did have or did save the B-res up for the more important place, like, you know, right there when our tank died. So just people need to move out of circles. And there we go, another key done. Unfortunately, we had a few deaths, but nothing too serious. And we got a score here of 45. Not too shabby, maybe. 45 extra. 725 Mythic Plus score. We're getting closer to that 1,000 mark, so that's good stuff. On to the next one. So the next key we did was Dawn of the Infinite. Galakron? I don't even know how to pronounce it. Someone didn't kick this, so I just had the laser on me 24/7. And I didn't know what that was. I don't know how to prevent it at this time. So I was asking later in a later group, like, how can I prevent this? Because I think this key failed, and I formed a different group, if I'm not mistaken. And it was just a kick. It was just a kick. Unfortunate. The death could have been prevented by an 8-second cooldown from a DPS. Kind of sad if you think about it, but anyway. So it looks like another death occurred here somewhere. Just want to see the mistake. Something I could maybe improve on. No, it's again someone not kicking the lasers on me forever, and another death get taken because of no one kicking. It's kind of sad though. It really is. This boss has been fairly smooth. I just have to keep in mind that I need to be on the light side of things when I do get the debuff, because I do this way too often where it's the slow one going out, and that's gonna wipe the whole team. So I need to get to a point where I always just stay on the light side, you know, the speed side instead of the dark one. So over here we double pull dragons, and I feel like it's just something unhealable, to be honest. I don't have that much heals up, and I do have better add-ons to keep track of my heals now. But I think if I do this right now, if I redo this right now, it's almost impossible for me to heal this still. It's way too much damage that gets taken out. You can see that I'm healing like a lot. And we don't want to reset this because they're so low. But I think it might also be that I have to soothe them because they are enraged. And we could prevent a lot of damage by just having them soothed. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, as a tank, it will be pretty much safer and faster to not double pull in this situation. Especially if it's a pug, you know. People don't coordinate their cooldowns, and it could be very, very bad for the healer to keep everyone up. So just keep that in mind. We got 3 deaths out of that one pull. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So next boss been pretty well. I still think if I get the buff or whatever, I need to just put it on the tank. But sometimes it just can't move. I just have to cast healing and stuff. So it's better for the tank to come take it from me than me trying to go give it to the tank, if that makes sense. So we're having a lot of trouble on this boss fight here. I don't think people know mechanics. For this one to work, you need to stand inside the Chromie defensives there. And then you need to go stack on top of this. I need to heal Chromie up. I don't even have Chromie as focus right now. So Chromie just insta-dies here. If I have pre-heals up on Chromie, obviously we won't die. But yeah, I used the B-res a little bit late. It could have been prevented. It could have been better. But people just didn't know the mechanics for this fight, including myself. So you can see this guy, like, he's typing the mechanics, and I asked him, like, is there something I can do? Because I bought this game this morning. I literally wrote it to him. And that was not a lie, by the way. I bought this game this morning. I did type it somewhere. Where is that? Where is that text? I did type it somewhere. I'll find it quickly. See, I'm writing, I'm new to DragonFlight, bought this game this morning. And that is true. It's surprising, right? I'm doing a +10 at, you know, someone that bought the game literally today. But yeah, that's how much I played. So I played about, I think it's a 9-hour stream that I grabbed here. And I'm standing in the front one, which is not right. I need to be in the back one. But everyone survived somehow. I need to heal Chromie. I don't even find her. Like, I don't know where she's standing. She's dead again. Yeah, it's crazy. This guy needs to explain it better, but he did after a while, so yeah. So we wiped again. And then eventually we got it. So I think we still timed it, which is kind of surprising, right? For a group that have no idea how to do a fight, we still timed it at a +10. Even we know zero mechanics. The whole group, literally the whole group know nothing. So kind of surprising, dude. So there we go. We got a 140 score out of that. So 865, getting closer to that 1000 mark. The next key we got invited for is a Dawn of the Infinite, a Galakrond. I think it's the one where people, yeah, I get lasered and I just die. So eventually I asked the people, like, what is this laser? I didn't know it was a kick. So I said, listen, if I see the laser, I'll say, okay. But yeah, it's just a kick. But yeah. So we still had a lot of deaths here, unfortunately. You can see the laser went off. It's a little bit too much damage for me to handle. I'm not on top of... No, I am decently on top of the hills there, to be honest. I don't know. I think it's just the wrong build. I think this time I realized the build that I'm using is not working. It doesn't heal enough. And it's just at most terrible. So we ended up with roughly 5 deaths in total before boss 2. And I feel like it's kind of my mistake for not having good enough heals. I'm trying to heal this guy up, but it's pretty bad. I think I changed up a few things over here when I realized, okay, I need to get more stuff under control. This is my fault for not being on top of my role, you know? So I think I changed a lot of stuff up after this key, if I'm not mistaken. So unfortunately we got another death here on this boss fight. I think this guy got hit by a bull and he just died. So see right here, I think you need to be on the light side. You see, I keep doing this. It's hard for me to know, like I got pinged. It's hard for me to know where's the light and where's the dark side. But yeah, I need to keep track of this. I really do, somehow. Let's see if I do it better now. There we go. I would not do it intentional, I'm just saying. Obviously. I'm a very serious player. Man, these dragons is like slapping extremely hard in AoEs. Like, I think Soothe will make it so much better. So I hope it's gonna make a difference. I really do. I should be healing more. Wild growth, that's great. Well, okay, regrowth. It's hard for me to keep track of my cooldowns. I don't even know what's up. I should definitely have a better oversight on my keys, dude. But that's gonna get better later. Don't worry about that. We are working on it. So here's a mechanic. It's the same mechanic as just now. It's the same. Ooh, it's the same one. Oh, Chromie died. Yeah, Chromie died. I wonder why she died, though. We were 4 people inside. It's because I'm not healing her? That's the only thing that makes sense to me. And then I died here. I focused so much on healing Chromie. And then all of a sudden, I should have seen this coming, but I did see it coming a little bit late. But yeah, then I got like literally one-shotted. And we have no B-res up. So Chromie will die. That is unfortunate. So this wipe is caused by me. And again, not intentional. Just bad at the game. Because I don't know what mechanics is just yet. And what do they say? A third time lucky. So we got the boss fight. Pretty awesome stuff. And we got plus 11 there. Plus 2 keystone. So plus 11 score. Nothing too special. And let's hop into the next one. This was just the very first pull of a Dark Heart Thicket. I almost said Black Rook Rock. Whatever. Dark Heart Thicket, plus 10. Very first pull, someone already died instantly. Using my AoE heals here, but I have aggro on this bird. This bird is really slapping me hard. Almost died there. And then I instantly died from something else. I don't know what even it is. I'm standing and stuff right now. Getting knocked up here. Disorientated. Dude, like this was just a overpull of galore. And I don't think he meant to pull this much, to be quite honest. We already have 5 deaths, and it's the first pull. We have 5 deaths, and it's the first pull. So, I don't know. So we have 6 deaths, and it's the first. We have 7 deaths, and it's the first pull. So, I don't know if he overpulled here. I think he did. But that could just be my opinion. I'm not too sure. Maybe I'm just a bad healer and I'm not on top of things, because I can see we have 8 deaths and it's the first We have 9 deaths, and it's the first pull, dude. Yeah, so already right off the bat, you want to call it, right? The key is undoable, I would say. But, you know, we can't even move, dude. We can't even move. So, yeah. Normally what you would do is you would do this pull, but you'll have bloodlust up and stuff like that. I don't think the guy lusted, and he lost aggro. Like, I had aggro on a crow, for example. It was not good. But yeah, I think... I don't know if we finish it in time or not, but this was just ridiculous. Oh man, we have another whole team wipe here. I think someone body pulled or something like that, and it was just bad, bro. It was just bad. I couldn't cleanse that guy, it wasn't cooldown. I just insta-died, so the tank died. We have 15 deaths, and we're like 3 or 4 pulls into the dungeon. Gotta be honest, boss 1 went pretty well. We have another death here. I just think he stood in something because 2 people insta-died. Unhealable deaths, insta-death. And you can see they're pretty much standing on top of each other right here. Kind of crazy. So everyone's looking hunky-dory fine, and all of a sudden, whapa. Okay, there goes the DK, and whapa, there goes the tank. Okay. It's I don't know, the game in my opinion is fairly simple, right? Do not stand in anything. That when it comes down to WoW, I feel like that is the only mechanic you need to know. If you know that mechanic, you should be fine. Just don't stand in anything. And if you die because you're not standing in anything, then you know, okay, that one is an exception. Because they sometimes try and fool you. But overall, that always works. If there is something below your feet, stop casting, start moving, because that whatever that one thing is, could potentially one-shot you. Even if it's a +10 key. People need to understand this, man. Like, WoW is actually fairly straightforward, especially on... If you die because you're standing and stuff, that is your own mistake. And it's something that no one can teach you. The next boss went fairly smooth also. Nothing too special. And it seems like we have another death here. Insta-dive from the DK, or the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter insta-death again. So that means, again, you stood in something. You know, the crazy part for me is, like, I don't understand how we finish this key in time. This is just ridiculous. We had 21 deaths in total, and we still finished it in time, right? We have a 923 score there on Thick at Heart. Pretty crazy stuff, actually, man. 21 deaths, still timing it. That's absolutely ridiculous. But guys, with the part is going to end. Hope you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did, smash that like, subscribe if you're new, and I'm looking forward to see you beautiful people in the very next video. Love you guys, take care, and as always, remember to twist some lips. Take care, bye-bye. Bye, have a great time.